Hi, I'm Brian Bunton. I was born in 1963.
Okay.
That should help.
What's your definition of race?
My definition of race is people who are of different color,
What do you mean by color?
different religious backgrounds and upbringing. I mean different color. There's different
Be more
colors.
specific.
Black, white, brown, yellow.
So, like ethnicity.
Yes.
What's your definition of racism?
Somebody who actively is unfair or unjust to other people just because of their skin color or their religious background.
Okay. And what race do you consider yourself a part of, if any?
The human race.
Good answer. Was your family or parents racist, or are they?
No.
Never.
Never.
Are you racist?
Nope.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Okay.
I will identify a certain person if they do something stupid or I think is criminally negligent. I will sometimes say something I probably shouldn't say, but that applies to everybody.
What do you mean it applies to everybody?
It applies to all the races when I say that. I don't single anybody out.
Okay. What type of neighborhood did you grow up in?
All kinds of different races, if that's what you're referring to. Black, Puerto Rican, white, Japanese. That's pretty much it. It's very diverse.
Was there any racism in your neighborhood? Maybe from other people?
Nope. It's all military. Racism was not very common.
Have you witnessed racism?
Have I personally witnessed racism?
Like, have you seen it in action? Maybe seen someone say something?
As it's practiced racism? No. I've heard many people say derogatory things about other races, but I've never seen somebody actually practice racism.
What do you mean by practice?
Well, by, not giving somebody a job because of their skin color, or somebody, not serving somebody because of their skin color, or something along those lines. But I've never actually seen it firsthand.
But you've heard of it?
Oh, yeah. Haven't we all?
Yes. Has race affected you at all?
No.
Was racism a big issue when you were my age?
I was almost 18. It's probably about as much of an issue as it is today. But it wasn't on the forefront of any political agendas or anything of that nature.
When you were born, like in the 60s, it was a big issue, right?
Yes, it was. That's why I
Don't
don't know much about it.
Did your parents tell you stories about it?
Nope.
You never asked about it?
Never asked about it.
You weren't curious?
Wasn't curious. Sure.
When you were born, like in the 60s, it was a big issue, right?
Yes, it was. That's why I
Don't
don't know much about it.
Did your parents tell you stories about it?
Nope.
You never asked about it?
Never asked about it.
You weren't curious?
Wasn't curious.
Do you take part in racism?
No.
How does racism make you feel?
It's unfair, it's unjust, and people who practice it are cowards.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.